What's up guys, I'm Brent and today I'm going to show you how I carved these leaves on the side of this bowl. Check it out. So starting out, what I did is I traced the pattern that I wanted onto the side of the bowl using a piece of graphite paper. This stuff's really cool. It has graphite on one side, and when you trace on it, it leaves the pattern on your piece of wood. Now what I'm doing is I'm removing the outline of the leaf. I actually later came back and added on to this design, but at this point I hadn't done that yet. Now I'm just removing the inside areas that I can't get to with the bigger bit. Just keep removing the material, trying to get as close to the line as possible and make them as clean as possible. Now I'm just removing more of the background material using this larger bit. I'm just hogging away the bulk of the material around it. That way it's easier to get to the leaf itself. This is a very small tool. It's kind of like a dental tool that I'm using around on the inside to clean up the corners, make it nice and crisp. Now what I'm doing is I'm removing the material on the inside of the leaf using this ball bit. As you can see, I kind of have one line going down the middle, and then all of the other lines kind of just flow towards that. Now I'm using another bit that's a little finer, clean it up, remove some of those big scratch marks. I'm just trying to make this look as realistic as possible. Now I'm just coming back in, cleaning up some of the spots I missed earlier with the small tool. This is a disc of sandpaper on my Fordham, and I'm using that to cut in the lines for the stem. Later I used a wood burner instead, and that worked really well. This one, the disc was a little bit big, so I couldn't get the lines quite as nice as I wanted to. Now I'm working on just laying out the pattern again. Now I'm taking a knife and outlining the piece, just cutting around the outside edge, give me something to work up to. Now I'm starting to remove the background material using one of my gouges. I'm just coming in with a V tool. I'm just cleaning up the corners around the piece. This is another chisel that I'm using to get right up in there, make a nice crisp corner. have this set of micro tools that I'm using to get into the small little corners that I can't get to with the bigger gouge. I really like this set for doing stuff like this. Okay, now I'm shaping the inside of the leaf using my gouge. Again, this is pretty much the same process as the last one. Just continue to remove material and shape it, try and make it look as realistic as possible. Now I'm shaping the branch using a couple different chisels just to round it over slightly. Now I'm just starting to shape the acorn using my knife and chisel. Now I'm going to burn in the lines for the stem on the leaf and the acorn as well. Just use a spear point tip on my wood burner. This works really well, and I like this a lot better than using the disc. As you can see, it does leave a little bit of smoke residue around the burn area, and I later cleaned that all up using some denatured alcohol. Now right here, when I did this, I didn't really like the way it looked, so I removed that with one of my gouges, and then drew it back on the way I wanted it, and then burned it in again. Now I'm just removing the background. I blended this. One side I used my Fordham to texture the background. The other side I used a gouge. And then as soon as the texturing was done, I turned off the foot on my lathe, and with that, the bowl was done. This is a project I've always wanted to do. I've been carving for about 9 years now, and I've never really done any leaves or anything like that, and it was really fun to be able to do that on this bowl here. I really love the way this came out. I carved one side by hand, and the other side I did with power tools. I put some pictures up at the end. Let me know which one you think is better down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit the like button and share with all of your friends. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. That way you can see whenever I upload new content. I post a new video every single week. If you want to see some of the behind the scenes of what I'm doing, be sure to follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I'll have links to those down in the description. I want to say thanks to Matt Berry for supporting me on Patreon. If you'd like to support what I'm doing, be sure to check out my Patreon page. There's a link in the description. If you enjoyed this video, you might enjoy some of my others. I'll have 2 videos pop up on the screen over here. Be sure to go check those out, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.